All right, showdown time with Rob Parker. Allow me to do what the panelists just did for me. Okay, Rob, you were right. You were right. You wanted to trade Shohei Ohtani. Now the Angels have them. Although, wait a second, were you right? Now, if he likes his rehab where he lives and he wants to stay, maybe he stays an Angel. What happens now?
You know what? I think he shouldn't play again. I mean, there's a couple things here.
You mean this season? Shut it down.
Yeah, this season, and maybe he's played his last game, or we've seen his last game as an Angel. They should have traded him. They kidded themselves before the trading deadline that they had a chance to make the playoffs, even though they didn't have enough pitching other than him. I thought that was a mistake, Brian. And now they're left holding the bag, basically, that he's hurt. There's a good chance that he won't sign there. And I know I heard Steve Phillips say that, no one's going to give him $500 million. Steve could not be more wrong. You will give this guy, he'll make the money back easily with all the other stuff that comes with being an international star in Japan. He will get paid even though he's hurt.
You know what? I don't know about that, Rob. I think, most teams that are now very smart look at a percentage of payroll. And you can't, for most clubs, that anybody that's under $250 million a year in payroll, and that's most everybody in the league. There's only 4 or 5 above that. It's 20% of your payroll. You can't do it. You'll become what the Angels are now, which means we got 3 aircraft carriers and we're going nowhere.
Yeah, I think in a special player like him, you have to figure it out.
But is he as special? No, you're right. He was very special, but now he's a special guy who's a hitter. He's a great hitter. He hits like Aaron Judge. That's pretty good. That might be worth $40 a year. But beyond that, he's not, he's torn UCL.
Wait a minute. Just last week you were telling me he was Babe Ruth. He was better than Babe Ruth.
He was, and now he's not, and he's not pitching. We got to realize he's probably not pitching next year. That's a big thing in year 1 of the contract when you're in your age 29 season. Would you admit?
Yeah, I agree with that, but Babe Ruth stopped pitching and wound up being one of the greatest baseball players who ever played. If Shohei were to stop pitching tomorrow and never pitch again, and perform offensively like he's able to do, he could still go down as one of the greatest players who ever played. So that doesn't shut the door. If he's a full-time hitter, he might be even better if he's not pitching and he's out there every day. So I disagree that he's only valuable if he's doing both. If he just concentrates on hitting like Babe Ruth does, he could be the next Babe Ruth.
I'm not sure what his best OPS plus is, or what is not. Maybe the guys could tell me. I know he's slugging .660, which is absurdly high, with a .400 on base. But if he is just a position player, let's say he plays right field, and he hits the way he does this year, he's a Hall of Famer. He's not one of the greatest hitters in history. He's not. He's as good a hitter. He's probably below what, like, Bryce Harper's best year and Aaron Judge's best year. He's a little below that, Rob. I got to pump the brakes on that. He's a little below that, just a little.
Okay, but this is the case that I've made for a while when everybody was saying, because he's not a Cy Young Award winner, and then so pitching wise, I get it. A guy who can do 2 things. We haven't seen a guy do it since Babe Ruth, so I understand that fascination. But I still think that if he just hones in on one thing, and I think the hitting. I think he could be better than what we've seen. Right. I think it takes a lot.
You bring up an excellent point. I'll go one more point on that, because there is a DH penalty to a hitter. Being a DH is difficult. Usually you take a ding down. So if he's playing right field, actually you found guys are more engaged and you actually hit better. So to your point, if he's hitting if he's at a 180 something OPS plus, that's his best. So if it's 180, again, that's MVP level. It's fantastic. I don't want to put the guy down hitting-wise. He's fantastic. All right, Brian Cashman called the Yankees season a disaster. Where do the Yankees go from here, Rob?
Home dinner, maybe a show. I mean, it's not the playoffs. I mean, BK, what a disappointing year. And you know what? The Yankees are to blame. I know Aaron Boone will get fired, but Cashman has to be a part of this as well. 25 years as Yankee GM. I mean, nobody should keep their job that long unless you're a Supreme Court judge or the Pope. I mean, those are the only 2 gigs you get to keep that long. And let's just think about it. The Yankees are filled with nameless, faceless players. Enough with the analytics. Can you get me stars? Can I go back to 1990? Let me go back to 1996. Can I give you 3 names of players that the Yankees had on their bench? Are you ready? Tim Raines, Darryl Strawberry and Charlie Hayes. There's nobody like that on the Yankees bench anymore. They don't have those kind of players.
No, that's a good
So
point.
if Judge gets hurt, and if somebody gets hurt, all of a sudden they're a bad team. And the Yankees were never like this, where they had nameless and faceless guys up and down their lineup.
Rob,
enough with watching the budget. Go get you the Bronx Bombers again.
Rob, they last year going into August, there were 36 games over 500. Last year. You don't have to search your memory banks. You don't have to go back to Jerry Kenny and Horace Clark to remember the next great Yankee season, the last great Yankee season.
When was the last time they won, no, BK? It's not about that.
One team wins, and then some teams lose in the playoffs.
2009.
It was a kind of a flawed Yankee setup. I would agree with you there. But again, they were very successful for half a season just last year, and Cashman has navigated these waters before, making the turn while still being moderately good and turning it around. He did that from the old A-Rod Yankees into the late teens Yankees, where admittedly they lost to the Astros and they lost once to the Red Sox. It happens in the playoffs.
2009 is a long time in Yankee land. You got to stop. He may have
navigated.
New era.
You know, it's a new era.
He may have navigated those choppy waters, but he wound up on Gilligan's Island. I mean, enough. Can we make some changes?
I like the analogies that we throw out there. I was throwing out golden goose and thoroughbreds and everything else. Rob, we'll let you go. Good job, Rob. We'll see you next time.
All right,
Take care.
PK.
Rob Parker.